How to run Google Ads for your business in 2025 as a beginner without wasting any money. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your first Google Ad campaign and also explain how the system works. But before we jump in, I want to talk about 2 steps that are crucial to make your campaigns profitable and actually bring you a ton of customers. Step 1 is knowing your business goals, and second, understanding your current setup. I'm Candelaria, and after running hundreds of campaigns for different businesses and niches for the past 8 years, and working at global agencies like Omnicom and Publicis, and working on a weekly basis with Google team members, I wanted to put together a video that will help you create your first ad campaign for your business and actually make money. So how does Google Ads work? If you're a beginner, you need to understand these specific concepts because there's a lot of things that you can do to make your campaigns profitable and successful. So Google uses an action system, which means that when someone searches for a service or a product, your ads will compete with the competitors. Google quickly decides who wins the action and where the ads show on the page. You ideally want to be position 1 or 2 because those are the ones that get the most click. Here's the good news. The advertiser willing to pay the most doesn't always win the action. Google has this formula, which is bids time quality score equals ad rank, to decide which ads are shown. You see, Google doesn't always chooses the advertiser that's willing to pay the most because they really care about the user experience. They want to make sure that the user putting a search query gets the best, most relevant ad that is going to take them to a relevant landing page. Google prioritizes the user experience because if people are searching for things and going to irrelevant pages, they're going to lose the trust on Google, which then it will affect their advertising revenue. The good thing is you as a business owner or as a marketer have all the power to control what that ad copy says and what that landing page experience is. Before you run ads, make sure that your ads are hyper relevant and that your landing pages are on point to help that user experience. Another core metric is the click-through rate. That means how many people click on your ad after actually being exposed to it. If you have a higher click-through rate, your ad rank is going to improve as well. So let's say that your ad is shown to 100 people and 12 people click on it. That means that you have a CTR or click-through rate of 12%. Now, not have as much money as your competitors to bid more aggressively in the action. Maybe you're only willing to pay $2 for specific terms, and your competitors have larger budgets and they can pay $5. If their click-through rate is actually lower, let's say a 3%, guess what? Your ad is going to show in the action even if your competitors can pay more money because Google only makes money when someone clicks on the ad. So they would rather take the chances of showing your ad even if you are willing to pay less, knowing that 12% of the times that they show the ad, people are going to click to it, versus show a competitor ad where even though they're willing to pay more, only 3% of people would actually click on it. To understand how Google Ads work, we will want to go in, jump and create our first campaign. But if you really want to avoid wasting money, I recommend you to spend some time understanding your business goals and assessing your current setup. Most tutorials don't really talk about this, but if you don't understand what you're trying to achieve and how much you're willing to pay, then your campaigns are not going to work. Google Ads is just a tool and it's as good as the strategy behind it. Okay, so how do we define your business goal? What is the top 1 priority right now for your business? Are you trying to generate leads? Are you trying to generate traffic, sales? Maybe it's brand awareness. Think what is that you actually need for your business. This will help us put together a campaign strategy that works to help you reach that goal. Are you trying to generate leads for different services or products? Depending on your budget, it might make sense to have different campaigns to advertise for those services. To get started, prioritize one main goal to avoid wasting money and putting your budget too thin by launching multiple campaign types. For example, if you're trying to generate leads or sales, just focus on Google search first. There is going to be time to actually launch YouTube campaigns, demand gen, PMax. There is going to be time for all of that. But if you're a beginner starting a new campaign, you want to make sure that you select the right campaign type to reach that goal. The second step is assessing your current setup. Is your website optimized for ads? You see, after running hundreds of campaigns for clients, I've seen that advertisers don't spend as much time on the landing pages and the user experience. But as I mentioned, that really impacts whether your campaigns are going to be successful or not. You see, you can have the best structure and the best ad copy, but if people come into your website and then bouncing out because they are confused and they're not sure how to contact you or how to purchase your products, then you're going to be paying money and wasting money because those people will not convert. Before you start running Google Ads, there are 3 things that you can do to make your website better. The number 1 thing is adding call to actions. I know this is a basic thing, but a lot of businesses miss this opportunity. If you have a long landing page, make sure that you have enough call to actions throughout it. Again, you don't want to make it difficult for people to contact you. The second tip is adding your contact information. So if you are a local business that you are trying to get people to call you, make sure that your phone number is on the header. You want to make it as easy as it can be for them to find you. You see, some people are going to be ready to go ahead and make that call. Also, Google loves when businesses add the contact information. As I mentioned, they want to make sure that they're not sending people to scammy websites or maybe businesses that are not legit. So you're signaling Google that you are a legit business by adding this information. Now, not always makes sense to add the contact information, but if you have the sales funnel and everything ready to get those leads, put the phone number. The last tip is make sure that your ads and your landing pages have a synergy, right? So we care about how relevant the ad copy is, but also how relevant is the landing page that we're driving to. If you are, let's say, advertising remodeling cabinets, make sure that the landing page talks about remodeling cabinets. You don't want the people to come into a site that is talking about remodeling cabinets and pools and bathrooms all together, making it confusing for them, not sure how to take the next step. Okay, so now that we talk about these tips, take some time looking at your website. Look at it in desktop and also mobile. Make sure that it feels good, that information is clear, that it has enough call to actions, and the contact information is visible. Now that we cover these important concepts, we can jump into creating our very first Google Ad account and campaign. I'm going to switch to the screen share so I can walk you through it. But if you are looking for a guide on how to get started, an in-depth guide, I have added one in the description. So make sure that you click in, it's free, and it's something that I use with my teams when I'm onboarding them and teaching them Google Ads. Okay, so now we're gonna go and jump and create an ad account. My URL as well as my business name, and put next. It automatically wants to connect my phone number. And in this case, I have a Google Analytics account, so it's going to link it as well. You can put a skip. I'm going to skip it for now, but you can actually go ahead and do that. To finalize your account, you're going to put your billing information. This is how your account is going to look. Before we jump in, I want to quickly talk about the structure of a campaign. So we have our campaign, and inside the campaign, we have ad groups, which group keywords by theme. Then we have our keywords, which is our targeting, responsive search ads, as well as the landing pages. Now, things like your network, location, language, budget, and bid strategy are selected at the campaign level. You can test different ads with different final URLs within one ad group. And extensions are a great way to improve your ad rank and ad quality. So I highly recommend that you are taking advantage of them. Okay, so now that we understand how the campaign setup works, I'm gonna go ahead and create my first campaign. Okay, so choose my objective. I'm gonna go with sales, but this is where your business goal is important. So make sure that you're selecting the objective that actually is gonna help you reach your business goal. Then we're gonna have the conversion. Since I didn't connect to Google Analytics, that's why it's giving me the error. But you wanna make sure that before you launch, you actually have that connection done. Then we have to select our campaign type. I'm going to start with search. I want to keep it very basic because this account does not have any data. So I want at least 30 days of data before I jump into PMax or Demand Gen. I'm going to go ahead and put the website, but if you are a local business and try to get people to call you, then add your phone number. I need to give it a campaign name. Make sure that your name is very easy and easy for you to understand what the campaign is about. Now we have to select our bidding. So I'm actually going to change it to clicks because this is a new account and I'm trying to get as much data as possible. Then you get to choose the network. So this is actually very important. I'm going to unselect both. If I want to run displayed ads, which is the banners that you see when you are visiting a website, I'll run that as a different campaign. And if I'm really focused on showing my ads on Google, then I don't want to be selecting the search partner network. I'm going to go ahead and put US, but if you're a local business, you can actually enter zip codes, the state or the city that you are trying to target. Location option is very important. I'm going to change it to people actually on my location. See by Google, the recommended setting is the first one, but that's targeting people that might not be on the location that I'm targeting. I'm going to go ahead now and add my audience segments. So these audience segments allows me to grasp as much data as possible about people that are interacting with my ads. I recommend doing 20 to 30. You can browse in here and find people based on demographics, the ages, their income level. You could also do affinity, which are more broader audiences based on habits and interests, or you can actually look at people that are in market for a specific product or service. On the more settings, if you are a local business, you might want to change the ad schedule to be 9 to 5, but in my case, I'm going to keep it as it is. Now, I'm going to skip using AI for this ad copy, but if you are looking to learn how to use AI, I'm going to create a different video on this. I'm going to go ahead and paste my keywords here and then start writing my copy. As you can see, it's already putting some information from the side, but I definitely want to be careful that it makes sense and make adjustments. Now, it's very important that my ad strength is actually good or excellent before I go publish. Okay, let's write this ad. That I have all my ad copy and I can see the ad strength is good, I'm going to go ahead and add the extensions. Okay, so now I have already my ad copy, my extensions, so I'm going to go ahead and click next. The next part is giving it a budget. So I'm going to go into my keywords and seeing how much I need to pay if I want to be on top of the page. So it's telling me that about $3 per click. Since I want to have at least 10 clicks per day, I'm going to give it a $30 budget. And our campaign is ready to be published. And with that, we have launched our first Google Ad campaign. You can go ahead, pause the campaign, and then do a quick QA just to make sure that you have the right information. I actually included a checklist for free in the description. Feel free to grab it. It will walk you through all the different steps that you actually need to take to make sure that your campaign has been set up correctly. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and click subscribe.